Alright, in this video we have a Sears Kenmore sewing machine number 158.14100. This machine belongs to a friend of mine, so I'm making this video to help out Bobby, show her a little bit about the machine. Here in the age of COVID, we can't get next to each other as easily, so here we are. So what I did is really just lubricate the snot out of this thing. It was all mechanical like the Singers and the Fofs that I've worked on before. So what you want to look for is all these little movement points as far as maintenance goes, and look for opportunities to get some lubrication in there. On this motor, you're going to see red dots on either side. Those are sleeve bearings, and what you do is you get oil in there. That oil wicks into those sleeve bearings and it keeps your motor shaft lubricated and running more smoothly. Down here is a gearbox. Now I had to clear out this gearbox quite a bit. It's kind of funny, I put new grease in there. It's already black, so maybe I can put some more in there. But this is going to be a lesser maintenance. What I did is I put in this Tri-Flow synthetic grease. I've used it on other machines, and hopefully it'll hold up over the long term. So this is something that I don't think you're going to get into even annually. There's very little movement on it. It just goes back and forth there. So there was gobs of old varnished grease in there that I cleaned up and got out of there for you. One of the things I want you to look at regularly is around your shuttle and the bobbin. So this is also pretty gummed up and it didn't want to come apart, but it really does come apart very easily. You just move apart these wings. This piece right here is going to come right out, and it only goes in and out the right way, so you can't put it in upside down or anything like that and have it come in. Like if you try this, it just isn't going to fit. The same thing with the actual shuttle here. So on this piece here, this mechanism is going to get gummed up from your thread, and if you're doing quilting, I know that there can be cotton thread in there. You might get more lint, so you can take that apart. Use a toothbrush. Probably use a cleaner toothbrush than mine. Mine's used for degumming things. Run a little bit of oil on your finger across here, just a very little bit, just to let it move freely after you get that lint out. But it drops in. Again, it can only go in the right way. So you're really, don't be intimidated by taking this apart. You don't have to take it apart every time. I mean, obviously that holds it in there. You might be able to get a lot of the stuff out. You might want to put a little bit of oil on your finger again. Less is better. But these guys are going to drop right in here. This little finger right here drops into the notch, and you're good to go. So it's not going anywhere. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see anything oscillate, but it's running like a champ. So the next video, I'm going to flip it up so you can see the top side a little better. But this gives you an idea of what's going on the underside. Don't ignore it, but it doesn't take a lot of maintenance to stay on top of it. If you oil that thing nicely once a year, make sure you clean it out once a year. You could probably ignore this, but maybe even just open it up. It just goes on there with 3 screws. It's not a big deal. And just make sure nothing funny's going on there. Nothing funny's happened in there in 50 years. I doubt anything's going to change anytime too soon. So that is the underside of your Sears Kenmore 158.14100.